What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and welcome back to another versus video where I take on the hardest contents in the global version of the game. And we do a little bit of story time here and there as well. So, in today's video is going to be about Dimensions and Tier 18 or Floor 18, just whatever you want to call it, and yeah, a bit of story time afterwards as well. But before we do start, like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it does help the channel and I really do appreciate it if you do. And with that out of the way, let's start this video. Alright, so this Dimensions and wasn't really all that difficult, I guess, because I used Gladio and Kurosame. But honestly, I just couldn't be bothered like trying out other characters. Yeah, I still got a backlog of characters that I haven't used. I still have like Galuf, which I haven't used, and then of course I still got Lightning. So there's gonna be 2 more Dimensions, and I'm probably use them there. I'm not really sure. We've got new characters coming as well, you know, and so I probably be using those new characters anyway. I could have used Galuf here. I actually tried, but then I died, and then I couldn't be bothered retrying. So anyway, I was like, I just can't be bothered. I've got so much stuff to do. I really need to get this done, seeing that the video is late. You know, I mean, my Sneering Demon Lefania fight was already late, and this one is definitely going to be late. So I just decided to go with Gladio and Kurosame here. I could have gotten someone else like, apart from Kurosame, but yeah, I just went with it. I needed a healer, sort of. I mean, Gladio can heal, but I wanted like a battery, so, and I got Maria, you know. And she recently got her rework. She's not that great, but she was enough for this particular fight. So I just went ahead and grabbed her. So yeah. So the fight itself is only 2 waves. You fight these 2 flower things, and then on wave 2 you fight a scorpion, armored scorpion, not the one that Cloud usually fights. And then you fight the boss in Ultimisia's chaos fight, which does the demon splash thing, and you know, it gets a lot of brave and then gets a lot of defense up. So yeah, so for the first wave, let's talk about the first wave first. The first wave, I mean, if it's an all attack, it's most likely going to be a Brave plus HP attack. So make sure you are topped up with Brave. Don't get broken, because they do hit pretty hard. So that's all I can really suggest to that one. You can probably prevent Toxify if you have Lena or something along those lines, but yeah, I think, yeah, Lena is probably one of the best choice for that. The enemies are double resistance to magic attacks, so you kind of have to deal. You do have to have like melee and like range character, which Lena is pretty good at preventing debuffs. But other than that, it's not really like, you know, game breaking. If you get toxified, it's not, you know, it's not gonna kill you or anything like that. But if you do not want any debuffs on your party, that is one way to deal with it. And yeah, they do like poison as well, so you know, you might as well bring Lena along if she's still available for your team. Other than that, the wave 1 isn't too scary too much. Like I said, if it's an all attack, just make sure you've got the Brave and you should be fine. You shouldn't get one-hit KO as long as you don't get broken. Wave 2 on the other hand is a little bit scary. Wave 2's basically that demon splash or whatever that move is. Basically, when it gains all the like a high amount of Brave and basically hits you, Gladio kind of cheesed it. Even if it had like over 50k Brave, Gladio took 0 damage basically thanks to his LD. So yeah, it's he's just that good. I mean, I can't actually remember if it's I think it is a magic base attack. Don't quote me on that. So if it's Galuf, like, I'm pretty sure he can dodge that as well. So there's still a chance that he gets hit on top of my head. But yeah, I can't remember if it's physical or magic. But there's other ways to cheese it. Another way is if you still have Yuffie in your arsenal or in your roster, then you can prevent it from gaining a lot of Brave before it actually gains the Brave. You should inflict it with that debuff. So I believe it comes from her EX. It's been a while since I actually used Yuffie in any hard content, but that is another way to deal with that. And with Yuffie here as well, you can, you know, give back Toxify to Wave 1's bosses as well. So there's definitely some uses for her in this particular fight. But other than that, Wave 2 itself, I think the Ghost Lady is much scarier, or the Mermaid. I think it's a Mermaid. Is a little bit more scary than the Scorpion. The Scorpion, you'll know because it'll raise its tail, so you know it's gonna be pretty aggressive at those points. So other than that, this fight was, you know, I guess because I cheesed it, it is pretty easy. There's definitely other ways you can deal with the Mermaid Lady as well, apart from Yuffie. We just got Reno. Use Pyramid. that should deal with that. Basically, Brave and HP damage turns to 0. So that is one way. Then if you don't, I was about to suggest Beatrix, but they are double resistance to magic base attack. So forget about Beatrix. But yeah, it wasn't all that difficult to fight. We just have so many characters available for us right now that can actually beat this. Now, if you're a new player, you're gonna have to work your way up here, and once you work your way up here, you should have quite a bit of characters or in your rosters already, so it shouldn't be too much an issue once you do get here. But yeah, fight itself, I think I would put it in just like meh kind of range, probably because I cheesed it, but hey, don't blame me. I mean, I'm only using characters that I got. Alright guys, so for today's story time, I want to talk to you guys about the JP version again, because I've been playing the JP version a little bit more than my usual. Like, I always said that I would play it casually, but I've been playing pretty much every day. You know, I still do the dailies sometimes, and some days I will put a lot more time in it. And yeah, so last week, I think it was last week, I can't remember now, I'm pretty sure it's last week, I finally beat my first Lavinia, and if you've been following me on Twitter, I actually tweeted it out. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Munchkins Gaming if you want to find out what I've been doing in JP, because I don't make a lot of JP videos. So if you're interested in finding out what's been happening with me there, I usually tweet out what I've been doing. Not all the time, but I do tweet out from time to time. So anyway, going back to the first Lavinia I beat, which was Queen's Lavinia fight, I did not record that fight. I was just playing around and seeing if I can actually beat it. I got close a couple of times, and then I said, oh, maybe I'll give it another shot. You know, maybe I'll change things around. You know, if I have a better friend support, that's the biggest thing right now. I'll have a lot of friends that I have 5 turns to use their unit. So those kinds of issues obviously is part of my problem right now when it comes to Lufenia fights. But I finally beat it, and it really got me thinking after a few days that would you be interested in me making any JP videos on the latest Lufenia fights over there? Obviously, my account is by no means great in JP. I have very limited characters, and for the most part, the Lufenia fight themselves will probably be me, most likely using a lot of synergy characters in order to beat it. And I would not be able to beat every single Lufenia fights because of mechanics. Some mechanics are obviously catered to certain characters. Obviously some characters now have, like, you know, the same mechanics. Like, for example, delays. There are a lot of people that have delays now. Launch is another thing. So those kind of things probably will stop me from clearing some of the fights. But I'm kind of interested what the landscape is if I do make a JP video. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of it on this video, if you are interested in any JP Lufenia fights. Now obviously, you know, I'm not an expert in JP, so it'll probably just me telling you my experience, just like how I do here in versus videos. So it'll be a JP versus video. Let me know if you're interested. I might just make one and see how that goes, but I would still like to hear your thoughts about it. I'll probably be released like 12 hours later at the time of the release of this video. At least that's what I'm going for. So you guys have like 12 hours to let me know if you guys are interested or not. If there's a lot of people that probably say, you know, just stick with the global, then I might reconsider releasing the video. But I think it's worth having a go at it. Even though, like I said, I'm no expert in the JP version because I've only been playing for 2 months. But considering I've only been playing for 2 months and beating the hardest contents in the game, I think that speaks in volumes of what I can do, right? Obviously luck is a big factor, and let me tell you, I've been much more luckier in the JP version rather than in the global version. Like last night, I decided to use like ticket pools to get Aerith. But the funny thing about last night was I just wanted more characters so I can finish Dimensions End. And Aerith is in the Titus LDBT banner, but I never got any of her kit. I probably got like a 15 CP and stuff like that, which I sold because I didn't get her EX and LD when I was pulling for Titus's LD and BT. But it all worked out. I managed to get everything after 100 tickets, which is pretty surprising. But my main issue right now is Power Stones. I just don't have the Power Stones, which is funny because in global I have so much Power Stones I don't know what to do with them. So if only I can transfer those Power Stones. So right now some of my characters don't have a max limit broken 35 CP or something along those lines. Like my Reno, I maxed out my Reno over there, but I don't have his 35 CP, so I guess he's not technically maxed out, right? So anyway, yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys what you guys think about me making some JP videos. Let me know down in the comments below. Obviously I will still, like I said, I still plan to release it, but if there's a lot of pullback on it, I might consider not releasing it at all. So yeah, your voice will be heard. So let me know down in the comments below what you think of this fight, first of all, and which team you used, and let me know what you also think about me making some JP videos. I would really love to hear your opinions and your thoughts. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Munchkins Gaming. This is Munchkins logging off. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next level.